Signing the purchase and sales agreement is one of the most significant milestones in your transaction. This is the document that takes legal precedence over everything that came before it, including the original offer. From the moment it is executed, it governs the sale. The purchase and sales agreement, commonly called the P&S, is prepared by the attorneys representing both sides of the transaction. It is a detailed legal contract, typically around 11 pages, that outlines every material term of the sale. It gets executed electronically and is negotiated between legal counsel before both parties sign. This process typically takes place 7 to 14 days after the accepted offer. We strongly recommend working with a dedicated real estate attorney, not a general practice attorney who handles real estate occasionally. Real estate contracts have nuance, and a good real estate attorney knows how to protect your interests while keeping the deal moving. We have attorneys we work with regularly and trust, and we are happy to make introductions. Along with the signed P&S, the buyer delivers a second and significantly larger deposit. The customary amount is 5% of the purchase price, less the initial deposit already collected. This deposit is held in escrow and applied toward the purchase at closing. It also signals the buyer's serious commitment to the transaction. If anything was agreed upon as a result of the home inspection or otherwise, it must be captured in the purchase and sales agreement. That could take the form of a seller completing specific work before closing, a closing cost credit to the buyer, a use and occupancy agreement, change of date, or a price reduction. Whatever the agreement is, it needs to be in writing and included in this document. Verbal agreements made are not enforceable unless they are reflected in the P&S. Your attorney will handle the language. Make sure everything discussed is accounted for before this document is signed. If the buyer is obtaining a mortgage, the financing terms are outlined in the P&S. This includes the mortgage contingency deadline, which is the contractual date by which the buyer must receive a written commitment from their lender confirming loan approval. If the buyer does not receive commitment by that date and a mortgage contingency is in place, they typically have the right to terminate and recover their deposit. If they waive the contingency and cannot secure financing, the deposit is at risk of forfeiture. The appraisal is also ordered by the lender after the signing. If the appraised value comes in significantly below the purchase price, it can create a challenge. A buyer may not have the additional funds needed to cover the gap between the appraised value and the purchase price. If that happens, the options are limited. The buyer covers the difference, the price is adjusted, or the transaction unwinds. It is one of the reasons we pay close attention to offers that are significantly above projected market value when evaluating what to accept. The P&S typically includes a negotiated right for the buyer to access the property a set number of times before closing, usually up to 3 visits. This accommodates contractor walkthroughs, final measurements, and the pre-closing walkthrough. These visits are coordinated in advance and are not open-ended. Your team member manages that process and ensures access is scheduled appropriately. Once the P&S is executed and the deposit is collected, the pace of the transaction changes. Things appear to slow down, but work is happening in the background. The buyer's lender is processing the loan application, ordering the appraisal, and working through underwriting. Your attorney is reviewing title. Outstanding obligations from the inspection agreement are being addressed. Your primary focus at this stage is preparing for your move and staying responsive when your team member reaches out. We will keep you informed as key dates approach and flag anything that requires your attention. The closing table is close. Getting there is a matter of staying on schedule, keeping communication open, and letting the professionals on both sides do their jobs.